With us now, one of the gang, Pennsylvania Senator Arlen Specter. Senator, good morning to you.
That's quite an introduction. Thank you, Megyn.
So what do you think of Senator Reid telling you, don't overreach, you can't do this to the president?
I think Senator Reid ought to read the Constitution on the clause which calls for separation of power, and the other clause which says that the appropriations process, that is the spending of money, is the prime responsibility of the Congress of the United States. Look here, there's a tremendous economic problem. We all know that. Thousands of people are losing their jobs every day, and we want to put a stop to it. And I'm for a stimulus package, providing it is aimed at stimulating the economy without a great many other programs that ought to come up on the regular appropriations process. So we're not holding anybody hostage, and we're not going to be held hostage. We're doing our job.
If he tries to cram this bill down your throats without any compromise in terms of what the Gang of 18 wants, if he tries to have a vote on the $920 billion package, does he have the votes to get it through?
Well, I think he does not at the moment. If he had them, he would have used them last night. But I want to see a group of Republicans come together on a bill which has a lot less spending. We have a tremendous deficit, which we all know, and a tremendous national debt. And our duty is to pare it down as much as possible to get the job done. So that responsibility we're going to pursue.
Senator, when you sit in these meetings with the other gang members, the moderates who are trying to hammer out some of the pork, get rid of some of it, what are the items that you've so far agreed on? Like, this clearly needs to go, this doesn't belong in the bill.
Well, the items we agree on are the tax cuts, and I think there ought to be a greater proportion of tax cuts. Beyond that, on the expenditures, they ought to be on what we call shovel-ready. A lot of highways, a lot of bridges, a great many mass transit items, some on the energy line, jobs creation where you know the money will go for jobs, which is what we're supposed to stimulate.
How about, let me tick off a couple of items for you that have been controversial that I think you guys have been discussing, and tell me, if you can, where they stand. $198 million for benefits to Filipino World War II veterans. In or out?
Out.
Okay. $780 million for pandemic flu preparedness. In or out?
Out. Very important projects. I took the lead along with Tom Harkin on some massive funding for pandemic flu, but it belongs in our regular appropriations bill.
How about $8 billion? How about $8 billion to upgrade the facilities at the State Department?
Well, it depends upon whether it is construction, which is going to put people to work right away. If so, and if it's necessary, okay.
So if it's shovel-ready, as you said, as a general rule. Now, let me ask you this, because I know you guys are arguing you want it to be closer to $800 billion, which the president has said he would support. And folks like Reid want it to be closer to $920 billion. Are you guys in there arguing over teaspoons in the ocean? I mean, either way, we're going to have a massive, massive bill on our hands.
No, we're not arguing about minutiae there, Megyn. We're arguing about big bucks. I want it under $800 billion. If you talk about something in the high 700s, and you talk about something over 900, you're talking about real money, somewhere in the range of 130 to 150 billion dollars. That's a lot of money.
I know you're leaving us now to go into yet another meeting with the gang.
Right.
What are the odds you come up with your own bill that you've settled on out of this gang of moderates today?
Well, I don't quote odds because I don't work in Las Vegas, but last night when we left things late, after a very extended meeting between Senator Reid and Senator Collins, who's the leader of the Republican effort here, I felt pretty good. In fact, I woke up feeling even better.
Well, because you knew you were coming on America's Newsroom.
Well, I knew that I was going to have a chance to talk to you, Megyn. My only regret is that I can't see you when I'm doing the interview.
Will you watch it back on your TiVo? Your staff's probably got that on now. Senator Arlen Specter, it is always a pleasure seeing you.
We miss you around here, Megyn. You ought to come back to Washington. Never mind the high life in New York, Megyn.
That ain't happening.
It's like he has a window into my soul.
Yeah.
Senator, all the best to you. Good luck this morning.
Great talking.
We'll send you an autographed photo, Senator. Will that do it for you?
No, send
Because she's
Megyn.
staying in New York.
No, send Megyn. Never mind autograph photos.
You got it. Thank you, Senator.
What a doll.